What's up, gamers? Infernal Shard 1 for the win. So, there there seems to be a couple bit of problems that a lot of PlayStation 4 fans really don't like of what Sony's doing. I'm personally am one of those fans that doesn't like what Sony is actually doing with, you know, about this backwards compatibility thing that Microsoft started a few years ago, and that I'm also hearing stuff about that Sony's Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch is supposed to be a virtual console, which means it's going to have all of the old classic Mario games and Mario Kart games that all the other Nintendos had. Because if you look at it, the Wii U actually has all of that as to buy, and you could get a very good price for each individual game. So it's like, you know, Nintendo's got all of those old classic games that were on their previous consoles, except for like the GameCube and the Wii and all that stuff. But on the Nintendo 64 and the Super Nintendo and the original Nintendo, it had all of the classics of the exclusives that were on all four of those. So you could have got Kirby, all the Kirbys, all the Marios, and also Legend of Zelda, for example, and all of those good, awesome games that were on that platform as exclusives. Now, Microsoft, on the other hand, is actually just now starting to do the same thing with this generation. So now you could play some of your old 360 games that you really loved, like Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, like all of these games that you loved on last gen. And then just this past fall, Microsoft announced that they will now have original Xbox backward compatibility on the Xbox One. And you'll get 10 times the resolution for all of those games on the regular Xbox One, and then you'll get 16 times the resolution on the Xbox One X, which to me is very awesome, because you're getting like a remaster versions for all of those games for free, pretty much. And you don't even have to really pay to rebuy the game or anything like that, like Sony does with a few games. Now, this is the problem with Sony, of what a lot of gamers that are PlayStation fans really hate. Now, like I said, Nintendo is starting to be another virtual console with the Nintendo Switch games to their Xbox One, but Sony, on the other hand, says you have to do a PlayStation Now subscription just to play your old games, and you have to physically stream them. You can't just physically pay just to play them. You have to physically pay for the service and then hope that you have very good internet, and then that's all it does. And what beats to me is that Sony, okay, there are some people that doesn't have very good internet, and there's some people that do, like me, of course. Like, I don't virtually have the worst internet, because mine's pretty fast. Mine's about like 60 to 100 some megabytes downloaded speed a second, which is very good compared to me having only like 2 to 3 megabytes a second when I used to live at home. It's way of an upgrade than what I used to have. But there is people out there that have faster internet, and PlayStation Now actually still does not pick up right. You still have input lag, and you still have game fucking up, because like you're trying to stream it and like it's streaming and it's screwing up, and so it's screwing up your game while you're trying to do something. And at the same time, it's like, Sony, like, why do we have to physically like stream just to play our old games? We shouldn't have that ability. We should have the ability to, you know, play our games, hop our discs that we own on PlayStation 3 in, and just play them like that. Even if we have to download a emulator that makes us have to install the game and use room for storage, that will still be very, very useful. Or, better yet, Sony, the best choice to do is, if you want to sell the PlayStation Now subscription with all that's on there, take the streaming off and just allow us to play the games directly from the console if we are a subscription. Just like with Xbox Game Pass. If you buy Xbox Game Pass, which is $10 a month, you get all those hundreds of games that Microsoft has for the Xbox Game Pass, and you can play them for free until it runs out. That is something very awesome that Microsoft is doing. And even though still, they have backwards compatibility, like I said, and you don't have to physically be online just to play your games. You can physically put your discs in, and you're ready to roll. That's what I don't get what Sony doesn't do, and that's what a lot of gamers have a problem with Sony. But in the meantime, Sony is still doing very, very good with this generation, like I did on my last video. It keeps everything, like, Sony is doing very good with exclusives. They got games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted 4 that are very, very successful. And then you got other games, even multi-platform games, that get DLCs first because they have partnerships with Sony for getting the DLC and stuff first. Like Call of Duty, for example. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and then also this year, World War II, got the first DLC on PlayStation 4 a month early, and then the same thing with DLC 2 that just recently came out. If I remember correctly, I think the second DLC for World War II just released today on the Xbox One, but released on PlayStation 4 first. So, but still, even though Sony doesn't want to do that, they are still kicking butt with a powerful console over the Xbox One standard model. And they still, like I said, are very, very good with exclusives that Microsoft hasn't been able to do. But other than that, yeah, we would like to be able to play some of our old games on PlayStation 4 that we own, whether if it's on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, or PlayStation 3, because we love some old games. For example, like, I really love Desert Storm that was made on the PS2 back in 2002 and 2003. That game, honestly, 16 to 17 years later, still kicks ass, and I can't love it enough for how it is still today. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys could, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new, please subscribe to the channel, and you can keep up with more to date with more gaming news and gaming content coming out. And also, send me down in the comment section down below of your thoughts if you honestly think that Sony should take PlayStation Now out and just allow us to play our PS3 games or PS2 games and install an emulator just to play a certain game. So just send me down in the comment section of your thoughts, guys. And like I said, hit a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.